Tired of feeling tired? If yes, I'll give you 7 ways to completely change that. You will not recognize yourself, alright? Listen to the end of this video. This video is for you if you're someone that's always feeling tired but not understanding why. It's not as if you're breaking bricks all day long, or you're going to your job, you're going back home, but you're always tired. You can't seem to find the energy to work out, to go outside. This video is for you, alright? I'm not gonna waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Number one, your sleep. Guys, sleep is the most important thing, alright? If you want to take one thing out of this video, is improve your sleep. Not only is it going to help you boost your testosterone, recover, and all of those good stuff, but guys, it's like charging your phone, alright? When your phone has no more battery, we have to charge it, alright? So if you're not sleeping enough, how can you think that you might be performing well during the day? You'll just be running on low sleep, which will stress your body, puts your body in a fight or flight mode, because when you don't sleep enough, your cortisol level, your stress levels increases. So now your body is always stressed because you just had 4 hours of sleep, because you were up all night, I don't know, watching Netflix, or I don't know what you were watching on your phone, but then next thing you know, you wake up, you're already stressed, you're already tired, you're going through the day without a good start. That's just the reality of it, alright? And when you're stressed, fight or flight mode all the time, not ideal neither to build muscle mass or lose body fat, alright? So guys, make sure you're getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And not only that, but make sure that the time that you're sleeping in is constant. The same time you go to bed, the same time you wake up. All right. Yes, it might feel like a robot, but that's just what's going to be the most optimal thing to do. All right. It's like the sun. The sun yes, the timing of the sun will change eventually. All right. In summer, the sun come down a little bit later in the day, but you don't want to be going to sleep one day at 12, one day at 8, one day at 1. You'll just mess up your cycle, all right? And that is why when you're going at the same time, you'll feel like you're tired just before going to bed, and you'll wake up at the same time without even an alarm, all right? So make sure that that sleeping time schedule stays kind of consistent as much as possible, okay? That's number one. And last thing I want to touch about sleep is your sleep hygiene. So make sure that, let's say, the light, you don't have a lot of light coming in. Make sure that maybe your room is clean. Make sure that the phone, you don't stay up on your phone scrolling all night long before going to bed, because this is going to mess up your serotonin production. So it's going to impact how quickly you fall asleep, all right? If you realize when you're scrolling on your phone, you can spend hours there without even feeling asleep. But as soon as you take away that phone and maybe start reading a book, you're like, oh my god, I can sleep right away. It's because of the light that the phone and the screen is giving us, which is not ideal, especially not before sleeping. All right, so sleep hygiene, the time, the schedule, and light coming in, and the phone. So number 2 is vitamins and minerals. Make sure you have all your vitamins and minerals in check. You have no deficiencies. If you're someone that's maybe lacking vitamin D, what's gonna happen? You're gonna feel depressed. You're gonna feel like low in energy all the time. All right. So sometimes the answer is not just getting more coffee, but rather making sure that you have enough vitamins and minerals, that you're feeding your body and nourishing your body the right way. All right. I'm not a big fan of always doing supplements, but for some supplements, sometimes, like now in winter in Canada, vitamin D is a must for me. All right. Omega-3 pills. If you're not eating salmon at least 2 to 3 times a week. All right. Your omega-3 is super important. Also, those fats will help you produce testosterone, which I'll talk about in another point. But make sure you have all your vitamins and minerals covered. And getting a multivitamin pack, pill, is not going to do the job. A lot of them are underdosed, so you want to make sure that you're getting them separately. And only get the ones that you need. Vitamin D, omega-3, magnesium is a little bit hard to get from food, but that's pretty much it, all right? If you're eating well, you're eating your meat, your eggs, your yogurt, your fruits, you don't need much, all right? So moving on, your diet. So are you someone that wakes up and just rushes to work right away? Maybe you forgot. Your diet is not consistent. One day you wake up and you have meetings, so you skip your breakfast and you end up eating at 12. Or maybe, I don't know, you just eat whenever you're hungry, or you're just snacking, or your diet is not proper. You're eating most of the time junk food. That's super important to also check, all right? It's very important that you have a clean diet. It's like fuel you're putting in your car. How can you expect the car to be driving well and performing well if you're putting garbage oil in it, all right? That's the same thing. Make sure that you're feeding your body with good quality food, and make sure that your diet is consistent at the same time. You don't want to skip breakfast one day, have breakfast another day, one day go keto, one day go high carbs. Have a diet, have a plan, and follow it. And if sometimes it means eating the same thing every day for a few weeks, so what? Be it. All right, people are getting too spoiled. Oh, I don't want to follow a diet. I can't eat tuna salad every single night. Come on, come on. Our ancestors used to wish having that luxury that we can just sit home and make ourselves a nice tuna salad or a chicken salad or whatever. And nowadays people just wanna the crazy variety. One day they wanna go out to this restaurant, one day they wanna eat Italian, one day they wanna eat Japanese, one day they wanna go for sushi. Okay, so make sure you're optimizing your diet and make sure you're sticking to a routine. So eating the same time, making sure you're getting your breakfast, your lunch, your supper, a snack if needed. And when you're not going a long time without eating, you're gonna keep always feeding your body, and then you're not gonna be super tired due to lack of food or lack of bad food. Well, presence of bad food. Moving on, training. A lot of people that tell me they're tired all the time, you know what? I don't see them much in the gym. They're not training because they're resting too much. You know, sometimes when you rest too much, you feel like you get more and more lazy. The other day, I took 1 week off of work. I was just so tired. I didn't want to do anything. Even my workouts weren't optimized. Now that I'm busy, I feel like I'm getting more done. All right? And you know when they say a body in motion is a mind in motion, something like that, you know. Movement is the lotion, that's another one. All right, so guys, keep moving. Don't take a lot of breaks and go get that workout in. Even if you feel tired, the momentum will get you going. You need to have a momentum. You need to get that momentum working for you. But for that momentum to get going, for that snowball effect to start, you need to do the first step, all right? Which means going to the gym when you don't really feel like motivated or you feel like you don't want to do it at all. Just go the first day and then let that motivation kind of do the compound effect of the snowball effect, and next thing you know, you're waking up full of energy, ready to go to the gym because you built that routine, which is going to be my next point. All right, but get moving. All right, maybe for you it's going for a walk. Go for a 10-minute walk and you'll feel that blood flow that you are producing. There's going to be more blood to your brain, to your muscles. Yeah, the body's feeling good, the machine is going. Boom, next thing you know, you're all warmed up. Oh yeah, I feel good, let's go get a workout in. But if you're just home doing nothing all day, your biggest exercise is walking to the fridge to grab a cookie. Of course, you're gonna always feel tired. All right, moving on. Routine. We gotta have a good routine, and for me, having a routine also means training at the same time, eating my meals at the same time. I live like a robot basically, but guess what? I have a lot of energy. All right, because I know that this is the time that I'm training, so everything is blocked. It's like having a block of time dedicated for this thing. And now your body gets used to releasing all that energy. At the gym, 9 to 11, I'm just a monster. My body knows. I'm not even checking my phone. I'm not even checking. I mean, sometimes I'll check my stock market. That's just the reality because lately I've been losing a lot of money in the market. But this thing will change. But yeah. Your body will just start releasing that energy at a certain time, and then you'll get used to it. Every single day between 9 and 11, boom, you're ready. Same routine, same training time. All right, imagine someone training one day 5 a.m., one day 6 p.m., one day 8 p.m., one day 7 a.m. It's like if it's all over the place, and it's like if you're fighting against your body. You're kind of making your body guess. Not always good, all right? Moving on. I want to talk about coffee because coffee tastes good, but it's also not a bad thing. Some people will say, you know what, I'm gonna stop coffee, I'm gonna coffee detox, I'm gonna detox from coffee. I guess that's one of the worst things you can do because coffee is not bad. Coffee is not bad. Don't see coffee as a bad thing. Of course, you don't want to overdo it and be doing 10 cups of coffee. But if you're doing 10 cups of coffee because your sleep, your diet, your training, and all the stuff that I spoke before are not optimized, okay? But it doesn't mean that you got to remove coffee out completely. Coffee is kind of a little enhancer, a booster that you want to use, all right? Don't fear coffee. Use it, but use it smartly. Let's say before your training. Let's say use it before big meetings, all right? Make sure that you're optimizing coffee and adding it. Yes, a lot of guys will tell you, hey, you gotta stop the coffee detox, your body's used to it. No, it's like someone saying, okay, I gotta stop eating because now my body got used to food. Oh no, I gotta stop eating, I got too dependent on food. That's Doesn't sound right, huh? So keep that coffee in and make sure that you're optimizing it. And yes, if you're having 10 cups of coffee a day, it means that you're not sleeping well enough, but that's something else that you want to be fixing. Change it up. That's the next step, changing up. So I spoke about the routine, and now I'm talking about changing it up, because sometimes being too much in a routine for too long, it can be detrimental, it can be very boring, and then you find yourself kind of just going through the motion. Me, what I do, I think I'm due to it, changing my gym. All right, every few months I'll change gyms. I'll change the surroundings of my gym. Let's say sometimes I'll change my plan. I'll be doing more, let's say, free weight. One time I'll be doing more barbell stuff. One time I'll be doing more machine stuff. Change it up. If you find yourself in a routine for too long, then now it's the time to change it up, because you're sleeping well, you're eating well, but you just keep repeating that same motion and it doesn't excite you as much. All right, excitement creates energy. So sometimes excited, motivated, boom, you're energized. All right. So change it up, and it doesn't mean that you will change it up every day. All right, it goes by blocks. So let's say 8 to 12 weeks is a good time frame to change your program, change your gym, maybe change the time you train at. Something that you could look into if you're available, if you have the luxury to do so. Moving on, carb and cheat day, refeed day. So if you're someone like me, you're kind of how do I say it in the right way? You're too scared of gaining fat or ruining your body, or I don't know, overeating. You know, sometimes I go out and I'm like, oh man, I start getting stressed. I'm like, oh man, what if I'm off of my diet? What if now I'm ruining my body? Because we've been training for, like, I don't know, over a decade. Maybe we've been training for 20 years. Maybe we've been training for 30 years. And you slowly realize that those things start controlling us. You start being controlled by the way you look. And it's so easy to ruin our body. It's so crazy, because you can eat 2 weeks junk food and next thing you know, you added some fat, you look all soft. And that's the reality of bodybuilding. It's a little bit sad. Yes, it's different than any other sport. Let's say a soccer player doesn't touch a ball for a month, but still can dribble and do all those stuff. But that's why when it comes to bodybuilding, we're gonna be protective about our diet, our training, and making sure that we always want to be lean. We don't want to overeat. We don't want to over this. We always want to be looking good, so people can look at us and be like, oh, this guy's fit. Oh yeah, no wonder he's training 13 years. All right, but sometimes it could also be a stress, because over dieting for extended period of time is a stress on the body, guys. You gotta understand it. And doing it for too long, not having a lot of refeed meals, carbs, a lot of carbs in your diets, maybe you're depleting yourself. Well, after you reach a big depletion level, you'll just be stressing your body. It's gonna be counterproductive. The cortisol will just be so high. So sometimes, I know a few of my followers are in the same pit as a same cycle, where we just gotta go, maybe take a diet break for a week or two, maybe go for a cheat day, really cheat day. And I know, maybe having that pizza is not gonna do much for your body, but it will do good for your mind. All right, maybe going out of that routine of dieting, maybe going for a few high carb days, maybe going for 2 weeks of eating just above maintenance. All right, let's stop with the ab addiction. We're addicted to having abs, and we're trying to always keep those abs on and try to always be lean, because I don't know, it's like if we are preparing for a bodybuilding show anytime. But guys, this is stressful on the body for a long period of time. All right, so it will cause fatigue. So maybe go outside for a few days or two, maybe go outside for a cheat meal, maybe go for a high carb day. Anyways, lastly, I want to talk about salt. Red man salt, man, this is a game changer. Any salt, honestly. I'm not sponsored by anybody, and to be honest, it's not because this red man salt is so much better than iodized regular white salt, but make sure you get that salt in. Guys, if you're training hard, you're sweating, you're doing your sauna, salt is an essential mineral that our body cannot produce. And if your body doesn't have enough salt, your body will, first of all, you'll feel tired, you won't be able to contract your muscles well, you'll stress your body a lot, but also your body will start breaking down some of your bones just to create that salt. All right, just crazy. I was reading a crazy study where someone was limiting salt and sweating a lot and training a lot, and that's one of the worst things you can do. You dehydrate your body, because he thought that salt caused water retention. Guys, stop with this. Water retention is actually a good thing. Unless you're trying to compete, all right? Don't feel water retention. Add that salt in. You're training hard. You're pushing yourself at the gym. This is a superfood. All right? It is a superfood. Get that salt in. Maybe try having some salt pre-workout. And that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned a few things. If yes, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.